Hi guys, sorry for ever having technical issues every time I do this. See what I'm having right now on my body. Mamo poulet, now available. So today our guest is my very good friend, dear friend. Manusia paling baik sekali aku pernah jumpa. Her name is Shyamala Maisondieu. She is Malaysian and she is a perfumer. So not very much of a, what do you call it, a popular job for us Asians, right? So I'm just gonna plug her in while you guys wait. Sorry for always being late. Request. So I met Shyamala when I used to frequent Paris circa 2012 till 2016. I was doing 5 years of tours in Paris, and I've got a very good friend of mine, childhood buddy friend of mine, and he was the one who introduced me to Sham, whom I dearly address as Kaka, which means poop or shit in French. So we're going to be talking about her journey of becoming a perfumer or a fragrance maker, or the nose for the renowned, where is this got Sham? For the renowned Givaudan, which is a B2B, business to business. They don't do retail. And Shyamala, I just requested you resend. And hi Tatis, thank you for always being here for me. Bonjour.
Hi. Bonjour. Ça va?
Bien, how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Yay! I know, thank you for doing this.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah?
Maybe I'll speak some Malay.
That's part of the 10 questions that I've got here. And look at my book. What does it say?
No. Oh my, but it's done the other way around. Hang on. You
must have right.
You must have
Chaos.
Great. Wait, hang on. You must have chaos
within
you to give pride?
To give birth to a dancing star.
Oh, nice. It's great.
It was a gift from my husband many years ago. Because I had only one, because I had only one child before, right? So he wanted more kids, so he gave me this. And he got extra too.
Okay, so it works.
Yes, it worked. Yeah, kurang asam betul mamat ni, si Indon ni. Anywho.
Kurang asam. Oh my gosh, you have to teach me more swear words in Malay. Or, well, it's Indonesian.
You have not heard kurang asam for a while, right?
Yes, it's been ages.
That's what's lovely about you, because you're just this Malaysian who, yes, you don't speak it anymore, Melayu, but it's coming back to you every time I see you, right? And then I just, come up with all these terms. And because, like when I speak English, because I think Malay is a language where, because it's my mother tongue, so whenever I want to describe something fully, wholeheartedly, it has got to be in Malay,
Yeah, of course, I know what you mean.
Yeah, especially when it comes to swearing.
Swear words.
The swear words and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Anyhow.
I still have some of those words in my head, but I'm not going to say it now.
Tak apa. Yeah. It's nicer to hear when you speak French, though. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so let's begin. And just down memory lane, on the first time I met you, I think it's via Carol, who I fondly address as Angah, because we are childhood buddies. Our mothers are besties since UITM days, and then the tradition continues to be besties. But it just so happened that he's gay and, I'm straight, right?
But that doesn't hinder anything.
It doesn't, not at all. But here it's a bit funny lah, you know.
Okay.
And I remember I met you. Actually, I don't recall where the first time.
Yeah,
I don't recall.
I was trying to remember as well, but I can't remember. It's definitely in one of those Parisian cafes, but I
Yes.
can't remember. I remember the two of us together at Saint-Germain. That was nice. Having you
At
had your hat, you came
Cafe de Flore. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly,
That's right. And I
and you
think
had
your
your
house,
lovely hat.
yeah. And I think your apartment was just behind Cafe de Flore or something like that. Were you staying somewhere there? You did say that you lived
It was about
just
like
behind.
15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes
Yeah,
walk roughly. Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah.
love that area. Mm.
Are you still staying there in that
No,
area?
I'm further down south now,
Oh, okay. Is it nicer?
but so it's
Like,
like half an hour walk from where.
so you're saying that it's across the river, right?
No, it's still on the same side of the river, so it's still Rive. I always get my rights and lefts wrong, so it's Rive Gauche. I'm still on the southern part of Paris, yeah, but further down south, and it's easier for me to go to work from there. So it's yeah.
I see, I see. Okay. So yeah, when I met you and then we were talking and then I think Anga did say that, you know, she's Malaysian and then I didn't know because you passed for a Sri Lankan, Ceylonese, you know, because everybody there in
Or
France is like,
Peruvian.
oh, Peruvian. Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody in France is like, yes. So anyway, yes, I remember that. Anga said that because Anga was in PR, right, when he was in Givaudan. Wasn't he in marketing or I
He
think?
was in marketing. He did so
Yeah,
many things. He did many things, and at one point he was a business analyst as well. Yeah,
right, right, yeah,
smart
yeah.
guy.
But he is always, yeah. And don't.
Who's that?
And then after, that's my son. Yeah, doing my own show with my son around me. Yeah, how
It's so
professional.
cute.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Anywho, so I also remember that when you told me that you're a perfumer, I just thought that, wow, but I don't even have a friend who is a perfumer, let alone when that person is Malaysian, you know, a Johorian some more, you know, is there any
Yes.
Johorian here in the house? So, and I thought that, but then it wasn't like, you know what, I never really asked you about your job scope because I was just mesmerized by it, but I actually enjoyed talking to you very much about basically anything. And
Yeah.
we're both Capricorner, kambing,
Yeah.
right?
Kambing.
But you're like this kambing, the mountain goat, the one with the swirly horns, and I'm just like that goat in argan tree, you know. So I'm a little bit lower than you.
You are not.
And
You are not.
like it's amazing how when I speak to you, it's like talking to the mirror, you know. It's like I feel that you resonate with the things that I like as well. And I think I once
I feel the same.
I went shopping because every time I go to Paris, I just need to buy something really nice. And I went to Oster de Villat. I don't recall.
It's beautiful. Yes.
And then I told you, I said that I just spent like 100 euros on this. 139 euros. And the plate costs different price, you know? And then you said to me that because I actually bump into Oster de Villat, I didn't know that it's like
right. Okay.
a plan. I didn't know that it actually existed since like, you know, yesteryears. So, and then you told me all about it. You love history. And to me, you know, the mirror, back to the mirror I was talking about, you are this mirror with that frame of a Rococo bourgeoisie frame. And I'm just a mirror that you get from IKEA. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're... And anywho, let's talk about your journey into becoming a perfumer.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah. So you are from Johor. You went to SIGS, Sultan Ibrahim Girls' School. And then you got a scholarship. Right. You're a nerdy nerd. And to Manchester for your degree in chemical engineering. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. You did your homework. Yeah.
Yes. And then you came back to Malaysia. And tell us what happened after that. How it first started.
Yeah, so
how to become a perfumer?
How to become a perfumer, right? I didn't know I wanted to be a perfumer. I didn't know the job existed.
Carol is here. Hi, Anna.
Was that Carol? Did you say?
119. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe I
great.
never knew why he did 19 there. Maybe he did 19 and got an A1, so I don't know.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
tell us.
Is it November 1919?
That's not his birthday.
No, okay. Well, 2019? I don't know.
That's later. Tell us about your journey
Anyway,
into
yes.
Givaudan.
So anyway, I didn't know about the job. And when I came back, I actually looked for jobs within the chemical engineering scope. I mean, I did a chemical engineering degree. I wanted to be an engineer. So I applied to places like Petronas, Glaxo, I think ICI as well, you know.
Paint.
And then I don't know. I had an interview with Petronas, and this engineer told me, "Why are you doing engineering? It's not a job for women." And I was going,
Yeah.
but well, in a way, you know, I was a bit pissed off, but at the same time, I said, "Okay, I'm going to look for other stuff." And well, I was very pissed off, but at the same time, you know, I could probably thank him now because
That's true.
I'm doing
That's
what
true.
I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And so I looked for other things, and then I just came upon, you know, how before word jobs were advertised in newspapers. So I was.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It
On
was in
print.
the.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it was just this small. I promise you, it was this small.
Section. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the classified ads of the not New York Times, why am I saying New York? The Straits Times, the New Straits Times.
NST. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were looking for people who had chemical background, and I think or chemistry related, and they said should be able to smell or be able to recognize smells, and was willing to travel. And I was saying, okay, that's me. So that's
Okay.
how.
Wait.
That's
Yeah.
that's how I entered perfumery. And then I had like 3 interviews, and then the first interview was really smelling, you know, the mouillettes with, you know, this stuff with
Right.
with
Yeah.
with different raw materials. And I think the fact that you know, my mom was cooking with all the spices individually. I could recognize a lot of stuff. I mean, and
Right.
she had a beautiful garden. We had you know, jasmines
Yeah.
and flowers which smelled. So
Yeah.
for me, it was kind of easy. And so I got through the first interview, which was like a test, in fact. And then I met this very kind and very interesting perfumer, American perfumer, who's called Dwight Lauren, and he was the one who told me about his job. He was the chief perfumer in Hong Kong at that time.
Okay.
And I remember to this day he was saying, you know, there are less perfumers in the world than there are astronauts, and it.
I thought I saw that too. It's a scarce. It's quite scarce, right?
Yeah, and
Cool,
and
man.
you know, sorry.
That's so cool.
But yeah, and also he, little by little, was really telling me what the job consisted of.
Yeah.
And the more he was telling me, the more I was thinking, wow, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, it was that blend between scientific knowledge and also and artistic skills, creative skills, which I somehow knew I had in me. I was always, you know, either writing poetry or drawing or painting when I was younger. But, you know, because of the school system in Malaysia and in a lot of countries, when you're a good student, they sort of push you into the scientific stream.
Yeah.
And so I'm, you know, I wasn't doing artistic studies, but that was, you know, something that I would have loved to. And so I think I can't remember what I said to him, but at the end of the interview, he walked me out of the door and he said, I still remember it to this day. He said, "You're the one I want to hire." And so, yeah, that's how the story started.
Oh,
I
goosebumps.
know,
Okay,
I
okay,
know.
right.
This,
Is he still around?
magic. Sorry?
Is he still
It's,
around?
yes, he's still around. He has his own company. He's in New York right now. But yeah,
Okay,
he's still
okay,
around.
that's lovely. So that's your whole journey, like step by step journey into Givaudan, and then I recall you did leave for Cow or something for this
Absolutely. Yeah.
Japanese company, and then you rejoin Givaudan. So basically,
Yes.
in total, how many years have you been with Givaudan?
In total, oh my gosh, there goes my maths.
I'm sure it's
So,
fine.
no, so I started with Givaudan in Hong Kong in 93.
Right.
And then I stayed there for a year and a half until
Mm.
the school in France, in the south of France, opened. Well, open had places for students because they only take like 3 students per year,
Mm.
and so yeah, it's very
Why
limited. And
why
because
three?
because it's a school which is integrated into the company, and so it's like you don't need 10 perfumers, new perfumers a year.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you need a certain number of students. Well, because you projecting in how many years, how many because when you go into the school, you come out as perfumers, and you need. I mean, there needs to be a place to be, to be working as a perfumer. So it's based on their needs and
Like
where they need.
confirmed spots, yeah. Like whether they need
Yeah,
to do it for
yeah,
perfume or for shampoo or for, is that it? Or is it like a general
absolutely.
course?
It's a general course in the beginning. It's really
Uh-huh.
learning raw materials. So
Right.
the first 6 months you really learn. It's kind of long, but you really learn just the raw materials individually. You learn the
Wow.
naturals. Oops, that's my telephone. Sorry. You really learn the raw materials by heart. You compare them. There's a very well-known Givaudan method, which is called the Jean Cal method, which was founded by Jean Cal. And yeah, it's you really studied, but I mean, when we were in Grasse, we
Grass, yeah.
were.
Which is in the
Yes, so it's
south.
the south of France.
Mm.
So yeah, we were surrounded as well by the plants that were used in perfumery, like the roses, the jasmine, the tuberose, the mimosas,
Wow.
lavenders at some parts.
Yeah.
But so that was also part of the learning process, to actually see the raw materials and to see how it grows and to understand how it's being processed, how it's so that was
That's
fantastic.
a lot of
So
sniffing. Huh.
a
A lot
lot
of
of
sniffing.
sniffing, exactly.
Whoops. Something I used to do back in the day. Anyway, whoops.
Okay, I didn't know
Anyway,
that.
but
Okay.
but wow, that's just amazing. And this is a lot of work. And if I recall, it's about 3 years of the course.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so it's the first six
Oh,
months
after
is really.
degree, another 3 years. No, no,
Yes,
no, no.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, and
girl,
it's longer now, but yeah.
you
Yeah, so yeah,
deserve
it's.
to be where you are right now, girl. In all honesty, I mean, with me and books, it's just like, fuck it. Seriously, fuck it.
But you're
But
great at what you do. I mean, you're so just to let my Malaysian friends know that you're a travel agent and you
yes, I
organize
am.
great trips. You go to
Thank
play.
you.
You have to bring me to Morocco, to that place where there's what did you say? It's where Star Wars was filmed. So
Oh, that was Tunisia.
Tunisia, right? Okay, so you have to bring me
Mhm.
there, but you have to
Tunisia.
bring me
And
to Morocco as well.
yeah, of course. Tunisia, it will be great because they speak French, a lot of French.
Right,
I mean, they speak
right.
Italian. They were colonized by many of the white people, right? So then that makes them speak all the several languages. So it'll be great. Yeah, but not so soon, huh?
Not so
Not so soon.
soon.
Mm. And moving on to what do you call it? do you get inspired? Because I know you travel quite a lot whenever you have the time, right? Because you're such a busy person. And do you get inspired by your trips? Like, for example, maybe, I mean, I've seen some of the beautiful pictures when you went to one of the islands in, was it
In
Mykonos?
Greece?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
no, it's
What was it?
Sifnos, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
Sifnos.
Mykonos. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I mean, because I get inspired when I travel as well. So, do
Sure.
you? And can you choose one destination that really super turn you on?
Ah, I have to say India. India is so full of odors. It's
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so rich in its culture and its food and its well,
It's a
I
lot
mean,
of things.
yeah,
Mm.
I'm half Indian, so I know most of those smells. But at the same time, when you go, there's so much emotions around it. It's a whole. I can't explain. There's no words to describe India, isn't it? It's like
The experience that really,
it's
yeah,
multi-sensorial. You get so touched
yes.
by the people and so touched by the way they live, and at the same time, it's also very joyful and also very spiritual. And it's yeah, I
I'm
would
ashamed
say,
that I've never been there. I'm ashamed that I've
oh
never been
right,
there. I
okay,
know. Yeah. I should go there someday. We should go
next time
together.
we go together. Yes,
Inshallah.
yes,
And
with Kerul.
yeah, with Carol, yeah. To be honest, I'm not really a perfume person. I'm such
Okay.
a, when I get ready in the morning, I just get ready. But recently, I have developed the love for essential oil, and I
Oh
like it.
great.
I do like it, but what pisses me off is it doesn't last very long, obviously, right? So,
Oh, it depends
yeah,
on. It really
which oil is it?
depends. Oh yeah.
Right. So these are the only one that I've got and that I have been, like when perfume, some people they just buy one perfume and then they just move on to another one. But I have been pretty loyal being a Capricorn, right?
Yeah.
To this one. Do you recognize this bottle?
Eternity.
Francis John?
Ah,
I don't know if
okay.
you pronounce it. And he was in Givaudan, wasn't he?
Ah, he was in Quest, which was bought by Givaudan in
Ah,
2005. Yeah.
right,
Right.
right.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so this is like the only perfume that when it's all finished, I will rebuy, but it's quite
Okay.
expensive. Quite expensive.
But I
And
think, yeah, it means you like simple perfumes. I think that's why. Very
yeah, yeah, I like citrus, fresh, musky, that kind of,
mhm, mhm.
like because I'm a fresh person. I need some fresh scents around me to keep me
Okay.
going. Otherwise, you know how we Capricorn can be super moody, right? And we can just turn.
Yes.
So we don't
Tell
want
me
to reach
about
that.
it.
Yeah, we don't want to reach that, and we don't want to hurt people, right? So,
No, no, with our
what?
horns.
No, no, that's a cool one. You see, that's what I love about you. You're like this really calm and posh lady, but once you open your mouth, love you, girl. Anyhow, um, what is as a perfumer? What is your favorite or main accords in a perfume? The scents that you like most?
What is my favorite? Somehow or other, I love scents which are very comforting. So I like, and I gravitate to scents which are more base notes, which so it's more balsamic notes, so more how can I say benjoin? I don't know if you know the smell of benjoin, but it's very comfortable. I love musks as well.
Hmm?
And tonka bean. It's and I love things which reminds me of Asia as well. So I love spices.
Ah, right. Okay, towards that.
Gin,
Okay, okay. I
yeah,
get it. Yeah.
ginger,
Citrusy, right?
cardamom.
Kind of citrusy.
Yeah, but also nutmeg is also not necessary. Nutmeg is, aromatic. Is that what you? Okay. Aromatic is another kind of family. Well, there's two. Yes, it is. Yes, yes. But the video is getting a bit slowly. So you were saying aromatic in slow motion.
Yeah, aroma.
It was so funny. I think
Did
that's
that
the
sound like
prop.
that? Oh my
I was
God,
gonna
what
go,
is wrong? Really like
romance.
Matrix, the Matrix going on here. Come on, internet. Right.
It's better now. It sounds better.
So moving on to you have made the latest perfume project that I know that you've made is Idôle, which is by Lancôme, and which is not
Just,
available
just,
here in.
just. Yeah, so you checked now, it's not available. So I just to put the record right. I mean, I started I created the beginning accord, but I worked with other perfumers as well. So yeah, so give a shot to Nadej and Adriana. But then
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah. There are
again,
two extra ladies doing that. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And yeah, it's I'm so impatient for it to be launched in Asia. And I want to
Will
see,
be.
yeah, I'd love
It
for
will
it
be
to
more. It will be more.
to really work well.
And it's also a marketing genius for featuring Zendaya because she's like one hot stuff, and she's beautiful,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I think she represents what Idol really means, right?
Oh,
Very,
yeah,
very much.
for
So
sure.
she's a perfect match for it. And
Yeah.
will that be your proudest perfume that you've ever created? Or is there anything else
Wow.
that you
I
can answer
I'm no, of course, yeah, I'm very proud of that. Very, very proud of that. But there are other perfumes as well, which I'm very proud of. Um, I think I'm proud of the perfumes where I've put a lot of effort in, where it's also been a pleasure to work during the whole creation process, right from the beginning right to the end, because we work a lot in with teams as well. I mean, I'm a perfumer, but I also work with evaluators and I also work with salespeople, and then with the clients as well. So sometimes the going is smooth, and sometimes the going is rough. And
right.
I've always been very. It's funny, but you feel it. I always feel that what goes into the bottle is it's beautiful when the whole relation has been beautiful with the clients, with the people that with the people that you work with, and so I always try to. I don't know, it sounds very cheesy, but I put love into what I do.
Of
I
course.
love what I do, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when it's also the relationship with the people, which is also important, and so yeah, why did I say all that? I can't remember what
What
the question was.
what other perfumes that you can you tell
Ah,
us besides Idol? Idol is being the latest one by Lancôme, and of course you always tell me, you always update me with the latest. But I never buy your perfume because I'm not really a perfume person. Sorry, Ka, but I will buy after this because I'm so goddamn proud of you. Okay, so it's Idol, and then what was the previous one?
the previous one. I think the previous one that was really big for me was Terre de Lumiere, Occitan, from Occitan. And I think
Ah,
they've just came out. I saw it on their website. They've just came out with a new version, and it's very interesting because it's a biphase, and so it's with, I think it's with oil and it's with perfume, of course, and then you mix it, and it's really beautiful. It's nice.
wow. What year was
Uh,
that launch? I don't know about that. I mean, every time you go to L'Occitane, everything is so yellow and bright. You're just like, "Ugh, I don't know which one I want to buy." Do you get that, right?
yeah, I
This
understand, but I
bloody
love
French
that. I
people.
I
I love
really
it
love
too, but
that
then,
brand. Yeah.
yeah, but then this bloody French people, they just want you to spend all. But I always settle for, of all things, hand wash, typical mother, right? Because I want my hands to be
Oh yeah,
nice.
but they
Of that,
yeah, they
right?
have great things. They have great
Mm.
hand creams as well. But yeah, it's called Terre de Lumiere, which means the
Terre de
earth
Lumiere.
of Terre de Lumiere, which means
Handle.
the oh gosh, Terre is land, the land of light,
Lights,
because
yeah, yeah.
because it's
Lumiere.
it's it's from Provence, and Provence is well known for the light. You know how the people, the artists like Van Gogh used to go to the south of France, people like Cézanne, to paint because they have a very beautiful light. So yeah, it's a homage I don't know how you say
Mhm.
it in English,
Mhm.
to this wonderful region. And yeah,
Yeah.
I created an accord around the honey honey of lavender, which is something which is absolutely delicious, which I have to make you taste when you come.
That's a really nice combination. Honey and lavender.
Yeah, it's a honey of
Wow.
lavender. Yeah. Mm.
The honey from the lavender, yeah, because
Yeah,
I have tried that honey before.
it's
It's
so
very
yum. It's
French, right?
yes,
And
yes, yes.
because a friend of mine, a Chinese friend of mine here, Malaysian Chinese, she's married to this honey maker based in
Oh,
Provence.
great.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
we always have like Christmas bazaar together, and he happened to be always next to me. And
All right.
he comes from, I think this is third or fourth generation of this company. I forgot what it's called. So yeah, it's
Okay.
because it smells like lavender, right? So when you drink it, right, you're like, damn, what
Yeah, I
is this? You
know.
know, it's
Ah,
great.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're part of it. I didn't know that. Anyway, and okay, let's talk about your biggest asset, your nose.
My
Girl,
biggest asset.
you cannot have corona, right?
No, I can't. No, I
No, you
can't.
can't, right?
No, no,
So,
no. I can't, and we can't. I think everyone's a bit. I think all the perfumers are kind of stressed and worried about
mhm,
this
mhm,
because
I'm sure.
of that loss of smell. Yeah, which
Sensory.
affects.
Mm-mm, mm.
And I've known a few
And
people who've had it, and well, not. I don't know any perfumers yet who've had it, but yeah, it's sometimes it comes back fast, sometimes it takes a while. So yeah, it's something which is I think which could be very problematic. I think when
yes,
you.
yes. Do
Mhm.
you actually have like because you know your nose and your mouth and your ears are connected. That's why they call it ENT, right? Ear, nose, and throat, right? And
Okay.
I was wondering, do you have like a special diet that I know that you're not much of an alcoholic. Last time I saw you when we hang, you always you can be, but when you're up for it, you always go for chamomile tea. You're a tea person, I remember. And I think the last one of those trips that I went to Paris, I remember you were on a special fasting, which you were only, what do you call it? You were eating only grapes, if you
Ah,
recall.
yes. I
Yeah, so
remember that. Yeah.
yes, because I find it fascinating because I do the Islamic fasting, right? Because I'm Muslim,
Yeah.
so I do that. So and
Yeah.
I find that really it gives my whole body a big change, and
Hmm.
sometimes my sensory becomes
Yes.
um, more
Sharper.
sensitive. Yeah, sharper. That's the word.
Yes.
You know, when I go kenching in the toilet, right? When I'm fasting, I'm like, bloody hell, I can smell it. You know, like it becomes so active. So
Yes.
is that
Yes.
part of your like here in Malaysia, we call it pantang, you know, like you
Ah,
want
yes.
to, you know, right? Remember, right?
Yeah.
So it's like your pantang, you want to like, you watch your food, is there anything that you want to share with us?
Um,
Take
I
care of your nose.
that's I try to avoid. Yeah, there are things that I avoid. But I think it's also a mix of other reasons as well. But I know if I have a runny nose, or if I'm falling ill or something like that, I stop milk completely, because milk,
Oh.
how do you say? I can't find my English words. Uh,
You're too French.
Milk enhances all those, how do you
What is
call that?
it?
Mucus.
Acid. Mucus. Ah,
Mucus.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Milk. I think eggs as well. Eggs, which
Ah,
is not good
I
for
didn't know
you. Yeah,
about eggs. Okay. So
yeah,
I avoid anything which is milk, yogurt, and stuff like that when,
right.
and during pollen time, when it's hay fever time, I also completely stop sugar. So
Ah,
yeah, and that helps because sugar, completely stopping sugar helps my allergies. And so
Right. Okay.
I don't get
All right.
the
Okay.
allergies during hay
Yeah,
fever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's good
But
to
yeah,
know.
stopping sugar is also very, or
I think
refined
it's,
sugar. But then
yeah,
when I,
I think it's good for everybody anyway.
yeah, kind of,
That's true.
yeah. It's,
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice to know. And right, I had to Google what pheromones mean. Okay. I'm getting all geeky with this chemia and chemistry stuff. And
You're probably going to know more about me than I do.
I know, right? And some of my friends direct message me some questions that is just crazy. Some people are just crazy to ask you questions, but I'm not gonna expose a lot of them. But anyway, pheromones. In perfume, this word which stems from the Greek word pherein, I don't know how you pronounce it. It actually means transport,
Okay, great.
right?
No
Did you know
idea.
that?
No, I didn't know. Send me your Wikipedia links right away.
Kaka, I don't want to sound very dumb, in front of you, so that's why I do all this. So,
It's so cute.
okay. So does pheromones actually exist, and does it actually work?
I think pheromones do exist. But I mean, we don't we don't distill pheromones. We don't have it here. I mean, we don't have it.
Okay, of
Pheromones,
course.
I think, and I think it's good. I mean, pheromones are the way of humans,
It's a complicated message.
communicating. Yeah, it's a
It's
way of.
complicated, right, to explain, right?
Well, I
I
think
did try
it's
to.
well.
Mm,
What from what? Well, I'm not. I left my chemistry a long time ago. But for me, pheromones is just a way of communicating
mm,
through smell and
mm,
from human to human, and it's I think it's so fascinating. But
mm,
you know, we, I would I'm always someone who's always respect. I'm always saying respect nature, respect how nature should be, and I mean. I
mhm,
don't fancy putting a pheromone in a perfume because it's like it's not going to be natural, and it's not going to be
mm.
authentic, and it's not going to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can imagine. Well, pheromones would. It's. I mean, it would mean attracting someone through a kind of like a sexual instinct. And I mean,
Mm,
if someone does wear a perfume with pheromones, it would attract like it's like bees to a hive. It's like everyone will be
yeah,
coming around you. So
yeah.
that's kind of scary.
It is. It is.
Exactly.
I was
But
just
yeah.
wondering, like sometimes, every time I'm in the Middle East, it is sometimes can be quite nauseating when you find some Arab ladies because they wear pungent perfumes. Oh my God. But sometimes the one with good taste, with their abaya, and you know how they
Mhm.
spray it, right? Do you know how they spray it?
I think
Usually we
so.
spray it here, right? That's quite common,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Not the
I know
Arab ladies.
they go underneath, right?
Yes, they go here from hip to the bottom
To the bottom.
and
Yeah.
then back.
Underneath.
That's the front part. Yeah, I'm
I
not done yet.
love that. I love
The
that.
back, yeah, the back and go all the way. So it's basically the whole circle of their body. And can
Oh
you
my
imagine,
gosh.
especially fat ladies, right? So how many perfume they have to cover? But they smell sensational, especially when I'm in the toilet with them. When they pass through, some are nice, yeah. Some are not
Sure.
that nice, and some can be quite sexy to me.
Oh yeah.
And is there a perfume or a synthetic pheromones that can make me a sex goddess? Because to be honest with you, I every time I open my drawer, right, my lingerie drawer, I'm just disappointed with myself. I feel sorry for my husband sometimes, because it's all grandma panties, basic color, nude and stuff like that. Because whenever I wear white, I need nudes, right? So I don't know how else
I think
to
all
flirt with him. So I need a perfume that can turn me into a sex goddess. Can you give me an advice?
I think perfumes are very, very personal, but at the same time, perfumes are also very, how can I say? It's also, there's so many different types of perfumes. So you have perfumes for special occasions, And yeah, so I suppose you can say you have perfumes for bed as well. Uh,
Maybe this one. Yeah.
perhaps. No,
No,
you have
that's
to
a
change
more
that. You have to
daytime.
change that.
Yeah, it's
I
more daytime.
So you need a kind of like a sexy perfume, and I there's so many out there. But I would go with perfumes which have patchouli in it because I always find patchouli very sexy and
Ah,
very yeah.
yeah.
And
And
it
I think
has
patchouli stays as well, right? It
yes,
sort of
yes,
stays
absolutely,
in
yeah.
most people's skin, right? Or does it stay? Can you determine whether or not this particular patchouli will stay more on African ladies, or like it depends on the I'm not talking about nationality, but I'm talking in
Hmm.
terms of weather, you know. Like
Right,
sometimes
sure.
when it's dry, does it stay longer, or perfumes in general?
I
What
think
do you think?
yeah, I think that it's very, very
It's case by case as well, or
unpredictable. Yeah,
like,
it's very unpredictable
okay.
in terms like what you said in terms of weather, temperature, humidity, but it's also
Mm,
on the your skin, the pH of your skin, what you ate,
mm-hmm.
what you hang on, someone
Big
yes.
boss can do Big boss can do whatever she wants, right? She's on Insta Live, okay.
Um yeah, it depends also on what you ate the night before. It's also
Oh, do you know that?
yeah, so it's everyone is different in functions of how you wear your perfume, so it's always good to to try different perfumes and before buying a perfume. When you go into a perfume shop, it's actually smelling first on the blotters which perfumes you like, but then it's also important to spray it on you, go have a walk and see if you like it. And if you can't, even ask for a sample and then come back the next day if you still feel good about it, you know, uh,
Yeah.
24 hours after. Because sometimes you have perfumes which smell, you think smells great on the blotter, and then you spray it on yourself and then it turns a little bit, can turn sometimes a bit sour.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
sometimes it can be, at the first spray, it's great, but then you
After a
but
while.
after a while it's like wow, it's so overwhelming, and sometimes I get sometimes nauseous because of some perfumes which are too strong. But also, again, saying this, it's also good to try it maybe another day when it's probably less humid or less
Mm,
hot, and see how it goes, because like
mm.
like what I said before, perfumes are also good for different occasions. So
Yeah. So
it's a
is
bit
that what, like
yeah,
what?
sorry, it's a bit like buying oh, I'm gonna say buying a book, but it's buying a book. It's yeah,
No.
kind of buying a book or buying a dress. I think when you buy a dress, or you need
Yeah.
to you have to try it and see if it fits you, and then
If you
and then
happen to be
some,
in a different
but
mood, like the fitting
as
room.
well, exactly, yes, and also you bring that dress home, and you don't use it the whole day. I mean, sometimes you use it for a special occasion, and yeah, and perfumes are
Mm,
like that as
okay.
well.
This is also, I saw this pyramid of what you perfumers believe. Like you have the pyramid, and
Hmm.
that's the top note, and then the second layer is the middle note, and then
Hmm.
the bottom is the base note, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's when you the last one being the base note is the scent that lasts the longest and you remember the most, right?
And yeah, you know, which stays a lot on skin. Yes, it's we when we do perfumes, we try to have a good balance of those three levels,
Mhm.
and those well, the raw ingredients that goes into those three levels are actually determined by their volatility, meaning how fast they
Yeah.
evaporate into the air. So, for
Mm.
example, citrus notes like orange or lemon or bergamot,
Oh, I
they
love it.
go out. Yes, they go out very. I mean, this you smell a lot of it in the beginning, and then the base notes are notes like woody notes, musky notes, and they are the ones. It's because they're very heavy molecules. They last for a long time, and so they have a tendency to stay on skin for a longer time. But Then the middle notes, you have all the floral notes, which are, which are there to make it, it's there to kind of make a connection between the two as well, the top and the bottom. So, and also it's also there to give more space, more breathing space. So it's I think each level has a sort of different story, but at the same time it's also the mixture of the three of the things together. It's essential.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's and I think that's what makes our job very difficult, because we have loads and lots of raw materials, and we can do so many different combinations, and at the same time, when you do a combination, sometimes it's it could please me, but it could, you could make it smell to someone else and you say, oh, it's disgusting, or so, and it's very, perfume is very personal. It's very
it is true. I agree with you. And if like, for example, I'm a person who knows what I want in anything, not just perfume. I just know.
Capricorn.
So girl, I don't need to have like my brother Ikwan. My brother is like oh my God, he has like, like back in school days, the canteen table when you used to go to public school.
Gosh,
remember or not?
yes,
That long?
Of course.
My brother has full of that. From beginner level, kind of whatever, he has everything. Okay, and I have only this two because I know it suits me the most, and I think it gels really well with me, so I'm just not bothered. But I will buy Idôle just for you. I'll buy Idôle once
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. And of course that L'Occitane one. But this one is also one of my favorites actually, and it's discontinued. It's by Givenchy. It's got Haute Couture.
Yes, okay, the raspberry one. Yes, it's really nice.
Yes. Oh, you remember? So it's like
I didn't know it was discontinued.
I use it maybe here, yeah. So I don't know.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, but it's true. I haven't heard of that fragrance for a while. But yeah, that's the kind of sad part about perfumes as well, that they get discontinued, and you get so attached to it because it's become a part of you. Yeah. And then I mean, there's some I don't really know the reasons, but then there are many reasons why, different reasons for different brands why perfumes are discontinued, and you feel like you've lost a part of yourself, and it's very sad. I know it's very
when you found out about it, right? Yeah. I hope this too will survive. So because I don't think I can change, because not many. I'm pretty picky. Maybe because I'm not really a perfume user, so I just.
I think.
And also, my husband likes the scent. Like sometimes we human, we have our own scents. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. So my husband said that he said I have it. I can't smell it on me.
Of course.
So he can smell it. My children said the same. And my daughter said I'm like so that's what they like that.
They're sensitive to smell.
When
that's
I
great.
spray the Haute Couture or the Aqua Universalis, some of like my boys don't like it. They say it's busuk bau, like in Malay, right? So they don't like it. I think this is just me when I was small, when my mom was donning her Chanel number 5. It was once upon a time very popular, Chanel number 5, right?
Still
and
is,
also still is, and Poison by Dior, right?
It's one of, it was my first, of course, it was my first perfume.
I
love
really
that perfume.
strong.
Yes.
So to them, it's like I had that moment that I hated it so much because my mom would just like an Arab lady, right? So, but now I like it, So I'm just like, I think as you get older, of course, you change, in terms of appearance and stuff like that. So
sure. And I feel it's with the time, it's with also what people are wearing around you. You kind of blend in as well. For me, it's a bit like music as well. It's also a way of how I can't use the word, but anchoring a certain period of time. You can you know how we're in 2020, but when you listen to music that was from the 80s, it sort of brings you back, right back to that
Makes you
time.
smile
And
also.
it's the same with perfumes, because when you've used the same perfume for a long time, and then you stop, and then I mean 20 years later you get a whiff of it, and it's that emotion that comes back. I think that's amazing. That's, you know, that's the magical part of
Yeah,
senses. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. Next time when you come to Paris, I'll make you smell some stuff and try to. I
That's
don't
the
know.
problem with every time I see you, we just chit chat other things.
Of
We never really talk
course,
about work,
of
right?
course.
That's the
No.
thing. I always tell my friends, I'm like, you know what? I have a perfumer buddy, you know, but actually, I don't know what she really does for what she does, the job scope. Because it's not that I don't find it interesting. It's just that every time I meet you, we just enjoy talking
We talk about so many other
so
different things.
many
So yeah,
things,
sure,
right? And
sure.
like I said, like ever since I do this live, right? Because I'm just trying to stay sane here in lockdown 2.0.
Mm.
So what happened is I realized that I'm actually surrounded by badass girls, you know, like really hardcore girls. I just don't realize it. Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
anyway, you're one of them. So
Oh,
you're selected in my show.
so honored. Thank you.
Yeah. And lastly, I want to ask you, no, actually, second lastly,
Okay.
you know, here in Asia, we have so many fake perfumes. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
The last time I went to the Pasar Malam, I was doing, wow! And
what
they're
did you
so
see? What
pretty. In JB, in Johor Bahru, in the Pasar Malam, it was a night market, and
brand? Okay.
they're so well done. They have those small little packets, and you would think it was the real ones. And we think, wow, it's amazing. It's
Did you try? Can you tell the
Mhm.
fake versus legit one? Can you tell at all? I mean, I'm sure they did a good job on the box and the bottle and all that, but in terms of the smell, is it the same? Can you
I,
tell?
I, I mean, when you compare it next to each other, it's for sure it's different. I'm sure it's. I've actually I didn't buy any of those because I
Okay.
well, but so
Cannot support these people.
no. No, but especially if I come back to France with that, I can. You know how France is very, it's
Might get to
very,
prison.
strict about counterfeits.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
do you call it? Yeah,
counterfeit. Yeah. Oh,
counterfeits. Yeah, you
is
can
it the
go to
same?
jail for that. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But I think they don't. You know, it's with the problem with our industry as well is that perfumes are not they're not protected by law. So
Mm.
yeah, you can do copies, and it's very difficult to prove that it's a copy. But copies are done very easily because they take the perfume and they pass it through a machine, and you can find out all the different peaks,
Mm.
and you can reconstruct the perfume. The thing is with perfumes that are sold with the correct brand and the correct packaging. Also have to know that behind there has been a lot of work. You're paying the price because I suppose
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
the hard work that you've done, but there's also a lot
yeah.
of quality raw materials inside. We
Mm,
use
mm, mm,
natural raw
mm.
materials inside, and I think sometimes it's also the dosage in the counterfeit perfumes are probably lesser, and they probably
Mhm.
use more stronger, perhaps more aggressive raw materials, so that it
Ah,
smells stronger. So it's
I
definitely not the
see.
same. I wouldn't
Right.
say I can't say it's less good. It's another way of
Yeah, yeah,
making. It's just like comparing Yves Saint Laurent with Zara, I suppose. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
so
see.
yeah, some people can afford Yves Saint Laurent, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to have many different clothes from Zara, or to mix and match. I don't. Yeah, so
Mm,
it's it's I know not everyone can afford very high quality perfume. So
Even I think Parisians, they don't really spend much on perfume, right? Do they?
ah,
Do they?
I don't have the numbers, but I thought so. I thought they do.
Mm,
They
they
do.
do.
I think
Ah,
so.
right. Okay. Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice to
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but I do know
I
that
think
they. Mm,
the
you
French
think?
culture is the French is I think perfume is a very quite a strong culture. So,
Hmm.
but then
Yeah,
I
could
don't,
be.
you know, I'm not a financial number person, so I don't really look at numbers like that. My
Okay, okay,
numbers
okay.
are the numbers on my formulas.
I got it. I got it. And okay, do you think someday you will have your own brand?
Ah,
Do you have that
cheeky
kind of ambition?
question.
Yeah. Like, let me just enhance, like, like for me as a Capricorn or any, like career-minded person, I always have ambitions. I always have. Sometimes I don't even think about it. Like it just happens, and I want to do it right here, right now. Yeah.
Right, right.
From small, because I am, well, some say I'm a businesswoman, but I prefer to say in French it's entrepreneur because it sounds nicer.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, entrepreneur, and I like little businesses, and I like to make, I like to make crazy things because I'm crazy, right? So, and I
Haha.
just want to like move forward to be doing things for as long as I can live, right?
Hmm,
And I'm
hmm.
sure that resonates with you as well because, of course, we want to look forward in everything we do. And you, let me just be direct with you. Would you have your own brand someday, or do you have any other plans that you don't mind sharing with us?
Haha. Um, I don't know. I actually love variety. I love meeting people. I love meeting people from all different walks of life. I think
Mhm.
having my own brand would stop me from doing that. I love working with with my different clients. You know, one
Mm.
day I'd be working with someone from Paris, and the next day it would be someone from Barcelona, and then another day it would be someone from New York, and that's what I love. That's what I enjoy. I suppose having your own brand could also do that in a different way, I suppose.
Yes,
But
yes, yes, I get you.
what I really enjoy about my job is really the creative part. It's really mixing my raw materials, my raw ingredients, and creating my own, in a way, my own world, but then sharing it with my clients, and then it's my clients who decide, okay, we put it in the bottle, and we're going to share it with the whole world. And
Mm.
that's that's the best part about my job,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
what I imagine it's out there. Having my own brand, I to be honest, I never really thought about it. It's not something that's
Mm.
really, it's not, as long
In
as,
your mind. Hmm.
yeah, and as long as where I am, I mean, I'm working in a great company, and I get to be in touch with
Mm.
so many different people, and as long as I have that where I'm working, I think I wouldn't think of doing my own brand. I'm thinking more
Okay,
about,
fair
if I
enough.
do something, if I do something when I retire, it's probably more something to do with yoga and teaching yoga.
That's
Or
so you. That's so you. It suits you. Really. You're
thank you.
calm. You're super calm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And thank you for doing this. I
It
actually
was
have
fun. Thank you.
nothing much to ask because honestly speaking, I am actually a little bit pissed with perfumery because I sell the World Maps. It's my
Yes.
second brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh, during pop-up stores, what I usually do is I sell products, world maps from 20 ringgit to 1,000 ringgit. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened is, like about 2 years ago, I introduced something extra geeky. Like I used to sell this periodic table, the
Ah,
chemistry periodic table.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is like, because it changes all the time, right? Because the
Yeah.
recent one, of course, they have additional whatever crap you call that, right? So it pisses me off because it's only 20 ringgit and it's made from acid-free paper, printed in Korea, and the paper is from Italy, okay, for 20
Okay.
ringgit. And people
Okay.
ask me 100 questions about that. It's only 20 ringgit, which is bloody 3 euros, okay?
What
And with
questions were
perfume,
they? What
yes, and with
questions were they
perfume,
asking? Uh-huh.
no, they ask me like, this paper is what? And then, is it really from Italy? Is it because it's 20 ringgit? It's
Ah.
how do I do this when I do the framing? Like if I were them, right? I mean, I'm here standing for bloody 8 hours trying to sell a 20 ringgit thing, and you guys, perfumers, sell 400 ringgit, 500 ringgit perfume without people asking you questions. Damn, marketing, damn.
Well, I think it's because
So
perfumes are emotions. That's why.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But
That's
I'm just
why.
kidding.
And
Yeah.
when you, yeah, I don't know. It's well, it's a bit like it's well, I can't even nice. I can't even compare it to something else
I know, I know. Yeah.
apart from music. But then music, you get it online right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It
It's a
really depends
beautiful.
on the
Yeah, but
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think when you buy a perfume, it's also you're buying something that is going to become a part of you. You're
Mhm.
buying something that is going to kind of enhance your something which is
Mood.
probably a mood or something which
Mhm.
is probably inside of you, which you are not showing to the outside world. And perfume is a
Mhm.
way of extending it, if you know what I mean.
Right. Right.
It's
I
it's
like
it's
that.
yeah. It's something
Okay.
magical, perfumes. Yeah.
It is, right? Yeah. Maybe I should carry on and wear my perfume because sometimes, yeah, perfume is like poetry, my friend just said.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It is like
And
it is
and
like poetry.
and it's so funny because at one point, when I was still working in Macau, and there was the tsunami in Asia, and it really touched me so much. And
Mhm.
I was thinking, like, what am I doing? I'm just doing perfumes, and I thought I'd
Mhm.
said to myself, I want to go there and help the people, and I felt so bad. And
Mhm.
there were people around me who were saying, "But what you're doing, what your industry is selling is actually we're selling dreams, we're selling poetry, like what you said, we're selling
Oh,
stories because
yeah.
perfumes can create stories.
Yeah.
Um, it's different for different people."
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, we're trying to make the world more beautiful. So yeah, I suppose.
So it's nice to have something beautiful around you, right?
Yeah,
It is. Yeah. Thank you so much for this
it
time
was
you've
fun.
this allocated time for me, and I'm very proud to say that I have exposed you to Malaysian friends of mine, and a
That's
lot of
nice.
people don't know that there is one mega Malaysian that is based right, which I never really asked the questions about her job. Yeah, and I'm ever so proud of you. I'm gonna get your L'Occitane perfume, and then once
Yes,
Idôle is out, definitely I'm gonna
yes.
get it. And congratulations on your award.
Thank you. It's so great. I'm so happy. Yes, it's rolling in this year for Idol. So yeah, I'm very happy, very proud. Yeah.
Super proud of you,
Great.
Kaka, and I wish you well. And
Me
it's
too.
nice.
And
Can
you
you
and your
can you
family.
just thank you, Kaka, and
Show
can you just like
show my
swing
office.
your yeah? Why not?
My
So that's
my
what view do
messy
you have?
office. My messy office
This
is
one
here.
very
And that's
wow.
my samples. I don't know.
Ah.
My samples.
Oh my God, that's a lot
My
of samples.
computer. And voilà.
Ooh.
And my mouillettes and voilà. My perfumes. Ah.
And where are all your staff? They're all in their own room or
Oh yes, we have separate offices. Perfumers have separate offices, and then when we are smelling, I have people come into my office and we smell together, and then right now I can't go to the lab because it's because of COVID, so it's restricted. But yeah, otherwise the lab
Oh,
is, I'm on the 5th floor and the lab is on the 2nd floor, and so I have my colleagues who are, you know, weighing out the formulas, taking all the raw materials and doing the hard job of and long job of, you know,
yeah,
making the recipe in a way. Yeah.
yeah. I remember the last thing that I'm gonna say. I remember the last time I asked you, do you wear like lab coats and all that? And
Oh
then
yeah.
you were like, that is for the assistant, darling. Oh,
No,
sorry.
but no, no, but no. I mean, but no, but they, I mean, they do a great job. They do a very
Yeah,
more physical, and it's tiring for them as well. And yeah, in fact, they wear lab coats because yeah, you can get, well, the raw materials are, you know, the perfumes that we smell are diluted in alcohol. And so well, the raw materials are impure. And so, yeah, it could, you know, it could stay on your, so yeah, so you need a lab coat. I've lost you.
yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you back.
Okay, so alcohol is like the number one ingredient that you need in a perfume. For sure, this will have to be, right? That make it
In
last longer, in a way.
Well, it's not that it makes it last longer. It makes it dilutes. It
Or it
dilutes.
dilutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So in a
Okay, okay.
way,
It
when
dilutes well.
yeah, and yes, exactly. I like that the way you do it. But yeah, it's sort of like makes it breathe more and makes it
Ah,
more it makes it easier to put on, because otherwise it's very viscous. It's
mm,
without alcohol, it'd be very viscous and can be quite sticky.
I
So alcohol
see.
is sort
Yeah,
of like
yeah, because of the spice. If you use spice, right? I
spice
get you.
or
Like for example, when I buy some formulated argan, you know, like the
yes,
niche one, right?
yeah.
Argan mixed with amber, which is my favorite. Okay,
Oh, nice. Okay.
um, uh, done by a good friend of mine. He has his own brand called the Moroccans. So
Right.
usually argan, they have argan with patchouli and
Yes.
argan with amber, amber is my favorite,
Mm.
ultimate favorite. Oh, please consider amber
Yes,
next.
yes, I know,
Yeah,
but that's, you know,
a
when
bit
I said
strong, eh?
in the beginning balsamic notes, that's what I like as well. Those are the kind of notes I like. So yeah, it must be Capricorns again.
Ah, yeah. Peace bomb.
This time.
Ultimate favorite. So yeah, back to it. When I put it, because I don't use any hair products. I use argan for my hair. You
Great.
can see that I'm going gray right now, right? So,
Oh,
but
I
I don't lose
love your
hair.
haircut. Right.
Thank you. I don't lose hair. I'm happy. I'm very grateful with that. But it's just the gray. I'm going a lot of gray. So I basically just use a lot of argan
Okay.
to make it, you know, the root is strong, right? But because argan doesn't have any scents, right? And it's kind of sticky and
Yeah,
annoying
it's an
sometimes.
oil. Yeah, it's an oil. So
Yes.
yeah.
So when it's mixed with the this amber, which I thought it was amber, the stone, actually it comes from a tree, right? I didn't know that. So and when it's mixed, it's very well formulated,
Blended.
blended really well. So then when you do it, it's sort of like absorbent, super absorbent. I've never, because I go to Morocco quite a lot for work,
Hmm.
and I've never come across anything that is as good as this product, you know, because there's so
Okay.
many of them, right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Anywho, I think it's time to say goodbye because we can never stop talking, right? Especially
No.
me. And you always layan me
I'm
also. Terima kasih, kakak. Terima kasih.
sama-sama, sama-sama.
Ah! Love ya and hope to see you soon. Yeah? Take
Yes, I'd
care.
love to see you here. Take care, you too. Bye bye.
Au revoir.
Bye. Bye.